dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram live with you on your Cricket Happening show. And what we are going to look at today is the first day's play in the second test match between England and India. Luck of winning the toss first on a real rank turner of a pitch where the ball started turning from day one itself. But India with Rohit Sharma scoring a very big century, 161, reached close at 300 for six against England, which was a really, I would say, a good beginning for India in this second Test match. As far as the other match was concerned, Bangladesh versus West Indies. West Indies bowlers came to the fore in bowling out the Bangladeshis for 296, thus picking up a come in very handy with the way the pitch has been playing, with lot of turn and bounce there. 296 all out, and the West Indians were 41 for 3. They were leading by 154 runs with 7 wickets in hand. And today we had a match which happened between, we are talking about the second T20 match between Pakistan and South Africa, where South Africa stretched Pakistan to the limit in the first match. But in the second match, they put it across the Pakistanis to go and make it 1-1 as far as the T20 series is concerned, with the final decider, which is coming up tomorrow, which should be a real beauty because whichever team wins it takes the T20 series. So South Africa would definitely want to put a hand on that after having lost the Test series against Pakistan. So South Africa winning that match by 6 wickets. So once again, showing that their second string team is doing a wonderful job in Pakistan in the T20s. Now, so we are going to start, and then we'll also have a look at what happened in the week. But first, let me get on to the first day's play in the second test match at Chennai. First, let's understand one thing that the cricket wants to see is crowds. And finally, the gates were open for the public to come and watch the match, as Chennai had a very motley crowd, one could say, compared to a state at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai, at Chepauk. It was a very, very motley crowd that assembled to watch the match. But nevertheless, they definitely were really treated to some wonderful batting from Rohit Sharma. What an innings. I mean, this bloke, when he starts playing, he just screeches on and goes for a big one. And that's what he precisely did. He already has a Bradman-esque average as far as playing at home is concerned in his test match career. And he scored 161 with 18 fours and 2 sixes, which really, really saved India, one could say. And he had the partnership with Ajinkya Rahane, who fires. There was some question marks hanging over him. He finally got good form, forging a good partnership at a very crucial time for India. So just looking at the match, so India decided to go in for 2 changes there. Akshar Patel coming in place of. In fact, India sprung a surprise yesterday when Jasprit Bumrah was rested for the match, and in came Mohammad Siraj, the hero on the Australian tour, and Akshar Patel also took his place, making his debut as an all-rounder for India, and Shahbaz Nadeem was the man out. As far as England were concerned, there were 4 changes in the England team. Ollie Stone, I mean, as you know, Anderson was not there. The person was replaced by, I think it was, Anderson was replaced by Stuart Broad. Ollie Stone, who is a good pace bowler, also picked up his wicket as well. He was the one who actually replaced Jofra Archer, like for like, as far as pace was concerned. And then Dom Bess the other day, even though he bowled well in the first test match, one thought in the second innings he bowled a lot of full tosses. He was not even able to pitch the ball. And that not only that, Moeen Ali, as we know, is a very quality player, and he was the one who came into the team in space of Dom Bess. So he also took his spot as well. And there was, and over and above that, those were the changes. Ben Foakes coming in place of Butler, who is rested as well. So Ben Foakes, the wicketkeeper batsman. So looking at the Indian card there, India did have a good start. Shubman Gill padded up to the bowling of Ollie Stone. Ollie Stone was looking impressive on his first getting his first wicket in his first over of Test cricket in India. I mean, in the very first over, he struck getting Shubman Gill, and it was a good length ball, but absolutely nipping in, and it was just hit him below the knee roll, and it was gone. He was plumb LBW as he went on to probably. He actually tried to shoulder arms, but the ball went and hit his pad, and that was the end of Shubman Gill for a blob. After that, the next wicket to go, Cheteshwar Pujara was there for a brief while, making 21 with two boundaries, and we also saw the introduction of spin, and definitely what one had looked at mentioned in the press that this particular pitch will definitely be turning from day one. Yes, it definitely turned, and there was a lot of turn for the spinners, no doubt about it. And Leach was the one who struck. And now Pujara is someone who has been giving his wicket to Leach, and this time this was a ball from Leach which was tossed up outside the off stump. There was a turn, and Pujara just had a prod at it, and probably trying to just trying to steer it down the third man there, but he had nicked the ball, and Stokes in slip was into business. Pujara gone 21 with two boundaries. And then a big wicket. Moeen Ali, as you know, there was a turn in the pitch, and Moeen Ali, as you know, is a quality spinner. And with this, Moeen Ali came in and picked up a big wicket. There's none other than the big fish, Virat Kohli, the Indian captain, as he got the ball to turn very sharply. In fact, he bowled a ball which was wide outside the off. It was a bit tossed up. Virat Kohli was probably aiming for the drive when it was short, and the ball dipped sharply, and it really turned, and it turned, I would say, square, because Virat Kohli was probably trying to play the drive there, attempting to drive the ball through the covers. Actually turned across the face of the bat, beat his pad, and went into the gap and settled onto the stumps. And Virat Kohli was absolutely stunned when he was clean bowled, and he was gone for a duck. Can you believe it? Virat Kohli clean bowled by Moeen Ali for naught, and India were in really deep trouble at 86 for 3 after winning the toss. It was a good toss to win. Definitely, as I said, the team which bats last on this particular pitch would probably be facing a minefield of a pitch. So it's very essential that India put on a big score on the board, and now 86 for 3 was not looking good for India. Rohit Sharma, on the other hand, was playing. He was definitely playing his strokes, no doubt about it, but a bit tentative as well at the start, as he normally is. Ajinkya Rahane joined him, and he also really played some good strokes as well, and he was showing some real door defense as well. But Rohit Sharma decided that on this particular pitch, it is all about sweeping the spinners to off their line, and that's what he precisely did. In fact, Rohit Sharma adopted the sweep shot, which was used to absolutely good effect, as majority of his boundaries came off some sweep shots. He also deposited some sixes as well of the spinners, Rohit Sharma, and he also hooked, I think, Ben Stokes for a six. And Rohit Sharma, what an innings! From 86 for 3, India had a grand recovery, and this was a partnership which started between Ajinkya Rahane, who was under a bit of a pressure as far as form was concerned, but he got going, and finally Ajinkya Rahane and Rohit Sharma combined in a very good partnership. This particular partnership yielded 160 odd runs for India, as the score went on to 248. And as I said, Rohit Sharma, when he plays it big. If he hits a century, there are no small centuries; it's all big ones. And Rohit Sharma finally, after making 161, fell a victim to the bowling of Leach. As this time again, Rohit was employing the sweep shot. He got it off the middle, but the ball still went into the air. Moeen Ali was settling under it. It was all over. But what a knock from Rohit Sharma to put India really back into track there. As Rohit Sharma was gone, caught Ali bowled Leach for 161, which included 18 fours and 2 sixes. A wonderful knock from Rohit Sharma. As I said, when he goes for a century, he goes big. And right now, Rohit Sharma, I'm told, has a Sir Don Bradman-esque average of 85 batting at home in Test matches. Ajinkya Rahane, he was clean bowled by Ali for 67 as the ball was dipping, and he was also caught on the sweep shot. So Rahane also fell a victim to the sweep shot. 67 boundaries included in that. And then we saw Ravi Chandran Ashwin fall a victim to the bowling of Joe Root for 13. And the Indian score was 284 for 6 at that stage. But it was Rishabh Pant who was there, not out on 33, 5 fours and 1 6 in that particular knock. He was not out on 33, and definitely playing the way that he normally does. There was a bit of a needle which went on between Rishabh Pant and Ben Stokes, with words being exchanged between both the parties. But then finally things settled down. But definitely that was the final over of the day, I suppose, when Rishabh Pant and Ben Stokes had a heated conversation. As you know, Rishabh Pant is also an aggressive cricketer. Ben Stokes is also an aggressive cricketer, and both probably spoke a few words. Unfortunate. And Akshar Patel, the all-rounder, on his debut, was not out on 5 with 1 boundary. As India to really get on with things as in the, and that is how he plays he plays the game. As far as bowling was concerned, Stuart Broad was wicketless, none for 37, but Ollie Stone on his first tour of India picked up the wicket, 1 for 42. Jack Leach at 278, but Moeen Ali picked up some 2 vital wickets of Kohli and Rahane, 2 for 112. Stokes bowled 2 overs for 16. So that is the match situation as far as India and England are concerned on the first day. And the only thing that I would say here is that, as I said, the pitch has been starting to turn. And on the very first day, and we are going into the second day today at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium, Chepauk in Madras, in Chennai, as you say, the new name of Chennai. And one is hoping that India can put up a big score on the board. India should, they have 4 more wickets to go. I mean, Akshar Patel definitely can bat, but after that, it is going to be the tail enders who would be following. There's no doubt about it. So it is very, very essential that India can get this pair, Rishabh Pant and Akshar Patel, to bat for a long time, probably see off the second new ball and go for a long time. It will be definitely a test in the morning with the morning dew factor really coming into the picture. But definitely there will be a test for Pant as well. But if they could see it off and they could even get India to 400 runs, that will definitely help, because batting first on this pitch has been as I said, winning the toss and electing to bat itself has been a blessing. So it's something that India have to take advantage of. And England definitely, as I said, England are the ones who will be batting last on this pitch. So India have to make a big score, put the pressure on England, and get some more runs under the belt. Now, the next thing which I'm going to talk about is the next match, which is Bangladesh versus West Indies. And this match, as you know, Bangladesh on the other day resumed. But again, the West Indies bowlers now showing their talent here. It was Rakeem Cornwall, the pitch definitely turning. There's a lot of bounce on this pitch as well, as Rakeem Cornwall bowled 32 overs, 8 made and 74 runs and 5 wickets in his bag. Shannon Gabriel did a good job, 3 for 70, and Zari and the Bangladeshis were bowled out for 296 in the first innings. As far as the card was concerned, Mushfiqur Rahim made 54 with 7 boundaries. Liton Das definitely, we all know he's a very good wicketkeeper batsman. He did a good job of scoring 71 with 7 boundaries. Mithun was out for 15, but Mehdi Hasan Miraz is continuing his very good all-round heroics, not heroics, all-round performance, I would say, because with the bat, once again, he did a good job. He made 57. It's his third 50 in Test cricket, I'm reckoning, and it's 6 boundaries. So that was the stand which really got West Indies a bit closer. Otherwise, the lead would have been much bigger. So good job. 155 for 6 was on which West Indies could not capitalize. It became a big partnership with Liton Das and Mehdi Hasan Miraz, as 35 runs more were added by this particular pair, which helped things. But after that, it was quick work, 296 all out, the Bangladeshis conceding a big lead of 120 odd runs, 100, whatever the lead may be. And then West Indies in their second leg were 41 for 3 at stumps. The spinners were getting into the mix. Naeem Hassan took the wicket of Craig Brathwaite for six. Campbell was gone. Campbell was out in a very sort of ungainly circumstances. I mean, the ball actually spun back in and went on to hit the leg stump. So Campbell was gone for 18. Mosley once again continuing his poor run. I mean, he has not been having a successful tour of Bangladesh. He was gone for 7. And then finally, once again, it was Bonner's turn to see to it that he took West Indies to safety at the end of the second day. Bonner was not out on 8 with 1 boundary. Jamal Warrican was sent in as a night watchman. He was not out on 2 as Bangladesh closed the day at 41 for 3 and West Indies were leading by 154 runs. And Mehdi Hasan Miraz has picked up his 100th test wicket, and also he becomes the first off spinner of Bangladesh to have taken 100 test wickets, because all the other ones have been the left arm spinners like Mohammad Rafiq, Shakib al Hassan, and I think Taijul Hassan. They are the 3 players who have picked up 100 wickets. But another thing about Mehdi Hasan Miraz, he has been the quickest to 100 test wickets as far as Bangladesh is concerned. So that would be really something that will get on from here. So definitely West Indies have a task on hand. West Indies are in the lead, as I said. This pitch is also cracking, and we are going into the 4th day between Bangladesh and West Indies. And I think definitely West Indies have to get some quick wickets so that they don't have much to chase batting last on this particular pitch. It will be interesting. So let's get on to South Africa versus Pakistan. Africans stretching Pakistan to the limit in the first T20, and with Pakistan winning only by 3 runs. But this time they did it. They put it across the Pakistanis and went on to level the series 1-1. With the decider, which is coming up tomorrow, that's on a Sunday, a real beauty coming up, which will decide who wins the series. So South Africa also have to be commended with this particular second string unit. They have beaten a full strength Pakistan team and leveled the T20 series. So and definitely Pakistan will be under pressure tomorrow in the decider because they definitely have to win. Otherwise, it shows that the second string can beat Pakistan. So looking at the card there, Pakistan 144 for 7, batting first. Mohammad Rizwan, the other day, as you know, in the first T20, he scored his maiden T20 century, and here he comes once again. It was his job to do so as Pakistan started losing all the wickets. Rizwan made 51 of 41 deliveries, 6 fours and 1 6 included in that. Babar Azam was out, and the feature for South Africa was the bowling of Dwayne Pretorius, who returned the best T20 analysis for a South African bowler in T20 cricket, breaking the record which was set by McLaren, I reckon, as Dwayne Pretorius bowled superbly. 4 overs, no maiden, 17 runs and 5 wickets for Dwayne Pretorius. Glenton Sturman made his debut. 2 overs went very costly, 28 runs. Rizwan went after him. Sipamla ran for 29, 1 for Tobian Felikwayo. But looking at the Pakistan card there, Rizwan 51, absolutely on the top. Babar Azam 5, Haider Ali was out for 10, Hussain Talat for 3, Iftikhar, and Kushdil Shah, who I am told has a wonderful strike rate in T20 cricket in Pakistan domestically, has definitely been failing. He has not been able to, in fact, I am told that a lot of balls were really consumed. A lot of dot balls were there, and then only 5 Ashraf's 30. Definitely took them to 144 for 7. 5 Ashraf not out on 30 of 12 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes. So that was pretty much it. Tabraiz Shamsi bowled well. There was a particular stage where Tabraiz Shamsi, and I think it was, if I'm not wrong, it was Pretorius who throttled the Pakistani batsman. Now looking at the South African card, who were chasing 145 to win. Janiman Malan was dismissed cheaply for 4. Shaheen Shah Afridi striking it big by picking up 2 wickets, that of John Smuts for 7 and Janiman Malan for 4. But Reza Hendricks, what a knock from him. I mean, Reza Hendricks, one of the shots that I would like to talk about is Usman Qadir, right-arm leg spinner, bowling a googly, and it was Reza Hendricks using some beautiful wrist work, actually sending the ball over extra cover for a flat 6, and that is something which cannot be easily done in cricket. Hitting a 6 through the cover region, and that too, it was a flat 6, and I thought it was absolutely the gem shot of the day, one could call it. Reza Hendricks 42. In fact, after 2 very quick strikes by Shaheen Shah Afridi, it was Reza Hendricks and the new bloke Piet van Bailon He did a good job. He showed that he had good power in his strokes and he was willing to play the strokes. And what was the African approach today was to really take the attack right away to the Pakistani spinners, not allowing the bowler Usman Khadir to settle, as his 4 overs cost him 43 and he had only one wicket to show besides his name. So definitely a different approach adopted by South Africa after learning from what they did in the first T20. And I thought Reza Hendricks was a wonderful knock of 42 of 30 deliveries, 3 4s and 3 6s. This was the partnership which really did it for them. Bylon making 42 of 32 deliveries, 3 4s and 2 6s, showing some real power in this South African lineup. After that, it was a matter of formality. David Miller came in and blasted 25 of 90, unbeaten 25 of 19 deliveries, 2 4s and 1 6. Klaasen, the captain, was not out on 17 of just 9 balls, 3 boundaries in that, as it was a 6-wicket victory for the South Africans to level the T20 series 1-1. As I said, the final one, which is coming up tomorrow, is going to be a real beauty. And as far as the bowling was concerned, Afridi was superb. 3 overs, 1 minute, 2 for 18. And South Africa did it in 16.2 overs. So that is something. Harris Rauf, I'm a bit surprised because he has been playing in the Big Bash League and he has been a lot of a T20 specialist for Pakistan. Basically, not Pakistan, basically playing in the Big Bash T20 League in Australia, but definitely look off color. 2 overs, none for 26. Mohammad Nawaz, the left arm spinner, I thought bowled well, 1 for 27. Fine Ashraf, 2 overs, none for 17. Usman Khadir, as I told you, 43 runs lead with 1 wicket. Iftikhar Ahmed, 1.2 overs. And Dwayne Pretorius for picking a 5-wicket bag, his first 5-wicket bag in his international career as T20s are concerned, got the Player of the Match award. Now, so that is as far as cricket is concerned. So these are the 3 matches that were played. Now, I'm going to see whether that I can really talk about any cricket news that is probably coming in front of me. There was a Bangladeshi player by the name opener. His name was Shahriar Nafees. Shahriar Nafees and Abdul Razak, the spinner, both have retired and they have taken stock. I mean, they will be working with the Bangladesh Cricket Board. And the other news which I get here, no Irish first-class cricket in 2021, very unfortunate. Mitchell Marsh, who has done well in the T20 Big Bash League in Australia, will be hoping to bowl against New Zealand. Other than that, the IPL auction, as you know, IPL 2021 is coming up in April. The auction is going on. I am told, if you look at it, Sean Marsh, Corey Anderson, Moni Morkel are figuring in the IPL final auction list, which is great. But who had put his hand into the auction probably does not list as far as my information is concerned. Well, dear fans of Gravity, it was a real pleasure bringing you this Cricket Happening show. I do see some questions. Let me see. What does it say? Does Pant take to the England bowlers? Yes, mate. I think Pant has to definitely do what he was doing yesterday. He has to definitely take it to the England bowlers, and that's what his game is. He's an attacking player by instinct, and that's what he precisely has to do. He definitely has to take the attack right down to the England camp today. Okay, that's good news. No due estimated tomorrow. Thanks, mate, for keeping me posted about that. Probably you're looking at the weather report there. So if there's no due estimated, that will be good news for India because normally the morning dew always settles in. Well, if it's not there, that would be great. If this estimated information that you're passing on right now is something that is absolutely true. Wait and watch. We are looking forward to that. Definitely a very good and interesting session coming up between Rishabh Pant and the England bowlers in the morning today, and definitely looking forward to it. I hope you all enjoyed my company there on Cricket Happenings. This being said, it's about time to hit the wind-up button by saying to you all that I'll be back with you tomorrow on a Sunday once again on this cricket show, and Monday being a holiday, dear friends, this Cricket Happening show once again will be on a Monday as well, as it's a long weekend here. Thanks for your company, and thanks for your very, very good I would say, company with Cricket Happenings. This is your host, Ram, finally winding up for the day.